Hey garden friends, welcome back. So it has been a hot minute since I have been on camera, but thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoy this video. I have a really fun video planned today. It is a beautiful, cold, wintry day today, and I'm super excited to do this project. I have been trying to establish some compost bins ever since we moved, because I've been wanting, we have the space now, I've been wanting to do some, and so I've been intending on getting some free pallets for us to be able to do the very stereotypical building compost bins out of wooden pallets. We do have free pallets in our area, but unfortunately, my husband and I, neither of us have a truck. I do have a large SUV, but I also have a kid, and so that will require me to take the car seat out of the car to get the free pallets. So if you guys are like me and just have not done a project because you know it's going to be so much work to have to try to go through the process of either borrowing a truck or cleaning out your SUV to be able to fit like a large thing, this might be a good video for you. So if you've been wanting to do compost bins but you don't have means to transport huge wooden pallets, then yeah, tune in because I think this is going to be a good solution for you. So full disclosure, I did not come up with this idea. I actually got this idea from somebody else on YouTube. So I'm going to go ahead and link his video below. And when I saw it, I was like, that idea is genius. Oh my goodness, why didn't I think of this? Because it reminded me of a product that is actually on Amazon that I had saved to my Amazon list, intending on buying it for $40. And this accomplishes the same exact thing for under 20. So I feel like that's a great deal to be able to get essentially two for the price of one. Actually, two for less than the price of one. So here's what we're gonna do. So what I've purchased is these two hardware cloth packs, 3 for 5 foot. I got these from Home Depot. You can also get them from Tractor Supply and Lowe's, but these were the most affordable that I could find in my area. Currently, these are running anywhere from $15 to $17. I got these for like $16.70 something. And I got the 3 by 5 foot ones. I think that the guy in the video used a 2 foot by 5 foot one, but I went ahead and got the 3 foot so it could stack a little bit taller, and it just seemed to, I don't know, it seemed to be more of the right size of kind of what I was looking for. I'm hoping each of these will make one compost bin, but I got two just in case 5 foot was not enough diameter for it to be wide enough. I wasn't 100% sure if the guy used a 10 foot piece or a 5 foot piece. They didn't have any 10 foot in stock at my Lowe's, or I'm sorry, Home Depot, which is where I got it. So I went ahead and grabbed 2 5 foot. So we'll see how that goes. What I'm planning on doing is using the wire that is already wrapping up the hardware cloth to tie the ends together and make a compost bin, and then hopefully within a couple of minutes we'll have some fully functioning compost bins. So I'm super excited to get this project done. I have been wanting compost bins for so long, and I'm super excited that I was able to pick these up literally $15 each, $16 each, and bring them home, and I'm able to do it all in one day. I don't even have to break out any tools or anything like that. I can just put it all together pretty much with just some hand tools. The only things I'm going to use, which you may not necessarily even need, but I'm going to use them, is some wire cutters to cut the wire surrounding the hardware cloth, and then also some tweezers because I wasn't 100% sure I was going to be able to move my fingers with it being so cold. So yeah, those are the only things I'm going to use, I think. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, did you guys see how optimistic I was? Did you see how optimistic I was starting this project? So yes, it was the 10-foot panels. It wasn't the 5-foot panels. So when I put the first one around, I was like, that is not big enough. I'm gonna have to use both. So I was super glad that I got 2. But what I did not realize is that because of the way that they are rolled together and how much the metal would retain its shape, that now it's caving in on itself and it won't stay open. So yeah, I just thought about something that would help that is if I hadn't attached the panels where they meet, but if I had overlapped them, then it wouldn't be caving in as badly as it is right now. So I'm kind of going back and forth on whether to fix it or to just go ahead and fill it now that I've kind of got it into the shape that I want it to be in. I probably should fix it, huh? All right, I'm gonna try to fix one side and we'll see how it goes. And if it's too much work, I'm just gonna go ahead and not worry about it. So I'm gonna try it. Oh my goodness, this project is taking so much longer than I thought it was going to. Okay, that project took way longer than I thought it was going to, but we are finally finished and I even filled it up. So let me go ahead and show you guys kind of what it's looking like and give you a little bit more of an up close of how I attached the hardware cloth together. Okay, so this is what it's looking like. I am actually super happy with it, even though I will never again get 5-foot sections. Definitely recommend getting a 10-foot section. It would be so much easier. As you guys saw, it was almost it was so comical. I cannot wait to review this footage because I'm sure the footage of me trying to finagle this thing into the cylindrical shape that it is right now, I'm sure is hysterical. But either way, I would definitely recommend getting a 10-foot section if you didn't want to do that. All of that work. But what I ended up doing is just using the wire that came with it, like the very thin, it almost kind of reminds me of floral wire, except it's not green or covered or coated, I mean. But it's just this very thin wire, and I used that to go ahead and attach them together. I used it at the ends, and then also a little bit here in the middle. Let me see another place. Like here's another place that I attached it as well. So I hope you guys can see that okay. So that's how it's all attached together. You could also use zip ties if you don't want to have to like fiddle with tying it together. But either way, it looks amazing. So currently this is all old compost clippings and garden debris from last year. I don't have a ton of nitrogen based stuff in here. Most of it has dried out. So it's mainly carbon based at this point. If you know anything about composting, you need to kind of do like a lasagna layer of nitrogen versus carbon. And nitrogen is just green based. Carbon tends to be brown based on, average at least. And so I will be trying to add more nitrogen into this compost pile at some point. I just don't have it with me today. You can buy certain things to add to it to add more nitrogen to your compost pile. So that's what I'll be doing. Ideally, what I'm going to end up doing is trying to get at least 3 more of these, if not 1 more for leaf mold, and just have them lined up here in the back. I'm hoping that eventually I'll have a garden bed here in the front of it, and maybe I can plant just some sunflowers or like taller annuals that will help to kind of like disguise it just a bit, like probably here a good 5 feet around it so that I can have enough space to take the wagon back and get the compost and then come back around, but still to just kind of have it walled off. During the winter, I'm not as concerned, so it'll probably be annual based plants is kind of what I'm thinking. But yeah, that's what it looks like. I ended up spending around $30 on this guy, and I feel like it is pretty good. Still feel like it's a good investment. It's not as cheap as I thought it was going to be. I thought I was going to get 2 compost piles out of these panels, but I only ended up getting 1. So it's only a little bit cheaper than the one I listed on Amazon. However, I do think that is a good deal bigger. Hey guys, Editing Crystal jumping in here because I did just want to mention that you can get the 3-foot tall by 10-foot long sections of hardware cloth on homedepot.com for $14.22. So still a great investment. Definitely order offline and make sure to get the 10-foot sections. It will be much cheaper. I do still think that you're getting your money's worth, and it is still cheaper than the one on Amazon. So overall, I do think that it ended up being a good investment. And if I had known that the 5 foot were only going to be half of a one side of the compost pile, I would have ended up actually just waiting and doing a ship to store to get the 10-foot ream of the hardware cloth. I just didn't want to wait. I wanted to go out. I wanted to get it today. I wanted to get this project done today so I could get started. But from here on out, I am going to be ordering some 10-foot sections so I don't have to do as much work as I did today. So either way, I hope that you guys enjoyed that video and it gave you an idea of just a really simple way that you can set up a compost bin without having to do the traditional pallet transport and taking the whole day to try to set it up. I do think if you can do that, it's totally worth it. But this is a great option if you do live in a place that you're renting. It'll be easy to take it down, and then it also is just very, very easy to transport. You can go out to your local hardware store, get it, bring it back, and assemble it within an hour if you are not getting 2 sections. So definitely only get 1. So either way, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.